summarize the NBA story that you and Woj broke.
Yeah, Jontay Porter, kind of a backup center for the Toronto Raptors, is being investigated by the NBA after irregularities in the betting market involving his player props. Player props are over under on points scored, rebounds, assists, etc. There were two instances that sportsbooks flagged. Most recently, one just last Thursday against the Kings. Sportsbooks detected some unusual interest on betting on Porter, a low profile guy that doesn't usually attract a lot of betting interest. All of a sudden, a lot of money was coming in on the unders in his game. He played for roughly 5 to 7 minutes, took himself out, was ruled out with flu like symptoms. So, investigation continues.
Okay. How do you guys get tipped off that there's something going on, that, the red flag?
Sourcing, just like anything. Been work covering this industry for 15 years. I know everybody from bookmakers to the integrity monitors to league officials. So just like any other story, you catch a tip, you get wind from sources that you've developed.
What did the NBA say when you gave them this story?
Brian Windhorst, one of my colleagues, and Woj got in there and they tried to get with them. It was pretty quiet from the league for quite a while, which was a little bit unusual for those two high profile reporters. Eventually they get back to us and just said that they're looking into it.
What's the most you can bet on a prop bet like this?
Great question, because it varies from book to book and from customer to customer. But typically, if you or I are to sign up and try to bet a prop, maybe we get $1,000 down, maybe 2,000. To get much more than that, you're going to have to be a VIP customer with special privileges. And that's what really stood out about this one, because customers came in at one sports book trying to bet $10,000 and $20,000 on the unders on Jontay Porter prop bets.
And do we know, like, Jontay Porter's connection to this? Is he betting on himself? Did he tell friends, "Hey, I'm going to take myself out of the game, load up on this"? How do you think this plays out?
Definitely plausible scenarios. We do not have any information
Okay.
to verify any of that at this time.
Yeah, that's the curious part of this is you never think that you're being noticed. And, there's so much money that's being gambled here. Who's going to notice prop bets on Jontay Porter? And the problem is we are going to notice because it is Jontay Porter.
100%.
Calvin Ridley probably thought nobody's going to care about this. Everybody's gambling. What's the NBA's rules on gambling?
So players, league personnel are allowed to wager on other sports, just not the NBA. They need to do it with a regulated operator. You can't be using an offshore sports book or an unlicensed regulator, and just can't be anywhere close to betting on any kind of NBA event.
And also the precedent of this, if you suspend him for a year or indefinitely or for a lifetime, if somebody else who is a noted player gets involved, then you have to treat them the same way. So I think it's going to be tricky. The commissioner might be in a tight spot here.